In this video, I'll be covering the best method for farming exotic components available in the Division 2 Season 11 Reign of Fire. With the addition of the expertise system back in Title Update 15, a new demand for exotic components was introduced into the game, increasing the need for these components without a clear addition of how to obtain them, leaving players needing a whopping 95 components to upgrade one weapon to expertise level 22. After reviewing all of the sources in the game in which you can obtain these components, along with the help of some awesome community members, I was made aware that the Dark Zone is actually the most efficient exotic component farm in the entire game. I just want to note that this is not a new method by any means, rather I decided it would be beneficial to create a definitive guide on how to do it. Let's get into the details. With this farm, you can expect to average around 10 exotic components per hour while solo, and 20 components when in a group of 2 or more. The way this farm works is you'll be running a specific route around each Dark Zone, looting all of the black Dark Zone crates, as these crates have a 25% chance to drop one exotic component when opened. It is important that you avoid the yellow painted crates, as these crates cannot drop exotic components. For the most efficient farm, you should run through each of the 3 Dark Zones before returning to the Dark Zone you started in, as it does take each crate 30 minutes to reset in order to be opened again. I would recommend leaving loot on the ground in the Dark Zone you start in, as the loot on the ground will give you a visual timer for when the crate has reset, as the loot will also despawn in 30 minutes. Leaving the loot on the ground will help you know if the crate has reset yet, as well as let you know if someone else may have gotten back to that crate before you. If the loot is gone and the crate is unable to be opened again, someone else beat you to it. You may also find that you can run through all 3 Dark Zones before the crates reset. If this is happening to you, I would recommend extracting loot for DZ credits from the 2nd and 3rd Dark Zones in your route. This should buy you enough time for you to return back to your starting Dark Zone just in time for the crates to reset. The reason why the average components per hour when solo is approximately half of that when in a group of 2 or more is because when you are in a group, you're actually able to open each Dark Zone crate twice per rotation. To do this, you must have one player open the crate with a DZ key while the other picks the lock, going rogue. The timing of this is important, and I have found that a simple count of 1, 2, 3 has the best results, with the player who will be picking the lock doing the count and beginning to pick the lock after finishing the word 3, and the player who will be using the key opens the crate as soon as they hear the word 3. If done correctly, it should look something like this. 1, 2, 3.
Now detecting contaminated gear. Rogue protocol initiated. Contaminated gear detected.
Unfortunately, you cannot double open an invaded zones, however. In order to achieve this, one player will need Dark Zone keys, in which you can reliably get if you have the level 20 Dark Zone perk unlocked called Keymaster. This perk gives you a 25% chance to acquire DZ keys from loot crates in any Dark Zone, including the crates we are opening for the exotic components. I would recommend that both players running this farm together have this perk unlocked so you never run out of keys. You can level up in the Dark Zone through killing rogue players, killing players while rogue, surviving manhunts, or extracting gear. With this farm, you are aiming to avoid any PvP or PvE interactions, and for that reason, I would recommend making a level 30 character to run this farm, purchasing the shared materials option at the White House to utilize the components on your main character. You can create a level 30 character in about 7 minutes by creating a new character, playing from the startup to the White House, talking to Manny upstairs, and then unlocking one skill. After doing this, you can go into the in-game store and activate a level 30 character boost if you own Warlords of New York. With all of that information covered, we can get into each route for each DZ. I will display each map here so you can feel free to screenshot them. The remainder of this video will be a live run of each DZ route so you can visually learn the route. Special thanks to BeastieBiz for the original maps to these routes. If you found this video helpful, please consider liking and subscribing, and if you have any additional tips, tricks, or questions regarding farming exotic components, please leave them in the comments below.
Entering safe area. Transmissions jammed. Proximity coverage only.
Can hear the demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through